Hey guys! So, just like all excited and stuff. I am not excited right now. So, pretty much, um, it's been about a month since I've made a video. Wow, I mean, I just can't believe how fast time flies by, and right now I'm, sleeping in my car, as you can see here. Thank God I have a Subaru Outback. At least I have that, gotta keep a good positive attitude and think about the positive things in life. It could always be worse. So I just, I don't really have a good relationship with my mother. I lived with her till I was like 23. Got kicked out by my stepdad, and when he wasn't even living at my mom's house when I was like, and my mom wanted me to leave anyways too. It was probably like a year ago by now, but yeah, a lot's happened. So kind of the gist of what's been going on. There's some light so you can see my face, my freaking raccoon eyes. Yeah, so I'm sorry, I'm so tired right now. Sleeping in your car is not really comfortable. Kind of a little bit better than sleeping on my floor. Just a little bit. On my floor, like I can claim that floor. That floor is mine, but I was at a roommate's house, and he pulled some really sketchy shit already, like 4 months ago or something about that. I was living with him. He moved out of his girlfriend's house, and then he straight up just like slowly over time took like books and like he's a very unclean person, and he like slowly started cleaning things, and he was like hinting towards like, yeah, I might move back in with my girlfriend, man, I don't know though. And there was like not really a clear message or a clear sense of communication. And so just suddenly out of the blue, without even telling me or anything, all of his stuff was moved out. He moved out. I was in this little trailer house all by myself, and the power shut off, and I was just so pissed off, dude. I couldn't. All the food went bad, and I was like, what the hell, man? Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I don't even know where to go. I don't have anywhere to go. I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm like, I feel like I'm squatting in this house, like. And so he finally offered for me to move in with him and his girlfriend, and he's like, yo, you could sleep in the garage for $300 or sleep in the house for $400. And I'm just like, what? Like, that's, oh, well, okay, whatever. Obviously I'm gonna want to sleep in the house. That's ridiculous. Like, which later to find out, his girlfriend, women are cold-blooded. No, they just don't have testosterone and whatnot, but no, just like she's always constantly running the heater, and that got kind of annoying. Like sweating from the freaking the heater and air conditioning, and so pretty much what ended up happening was I don't know, like this guy that I thought I could trust, and he seemed like he had his stuff together, and he's my age, and he's a full-time roofer, and I was just like, wow, like this guy seems like he's got his stuff. He knows what he's doing. Well, I don't even like using the word toxic, but he really good example of a toxic masculinity of just like, oh my gosh, SJW feminist, toxic masculinity. No, but like I'm a pretty, you know, laid back, easygoing kind of guy, You know, I'm not easily to set off or anger, but just like when it's constant, I've started becoming really avoiding, and I didn't even want to talk or speak to this roommate because every time I would talk to him, he has this like major narcissistic ego problem, right? And he would always like put me down and belittle me and shit, and I didn't feel comfortable living there at all very quickly. And I don't know, there was zero when I moved in there too. It was just zero hospitality, zero communication. I had to, it was just awkward. I mean, I've heard living with roommates sucks, but wow, was that a life experience. And they have a daughter and stuff, so I'd come home from roofing, slaving all day. I worked roofing for about almost just under 7 months, and I'd come home at like 6 p.m. and they'd put their daughter to sleep, like every night around 6:30, 7 sometimes, and I'm just like, what? Like, that isn't that a little early? And they would always try to like, to be honest, what it really was is they just don't want to deal with their kid. They don't want to deal with their kid and the young parents, and it's just an irritating, annoying situation. I got sick of it really quickly. And you know what? I'd rather sleep on my dad's floor, which, I'm grateful he's allowed that for me. And at least I have my car, so that's something. I was trying to look for other jobs, applying to like Verizon and stuff, but that didn't go through, of course. It's a cutthroat sort of business world out there, and now I'm just I ended up losing my job one day because I was just it was a buildup of things, but they had really bad communication of it, as well, and like it was a small company, and they had a setup where they would text me the night before, and sometimes even in the morning, like, oh, meet at the yard at this time, and that's how we would know to go to work that day, And wow, I really respect and never realized how difficult it is for construction workers, especially roofers, during the rainy season. I mean, it's raining right now. It's just like, wow, it's hard. It's a struggle, man. I couldn't even imagine supporting a family, let alone, I could budget money and save really well. I'm really organized. I'm smart. I'm just because I'm sleeping in my car. Everyone was dealt a different set of cards, But I definitely want to be an entrepreneur. I don't know. I'd like to work on like a video company or something, shooting weddings and real estate videos or whatever. I just, I need to get in another job and income first, and I'm definitely sick of construction. It's just not my thing. I took another personality test recently. I am an ENFJ. And I took another personality test from Jordan Peterson. I really liked it. Understandmyself.com. And I realized I'm way more extroverted than I ever realized. I mean, I have a hint. I mean, I think it's a little more than that test said, but I have, it's pretty clear that I have, a lot of neurotic tendencies, meaning, like with anxiety and depression, and I have crippling depression, like, I started getting really depressed there at the end when I lost my job, because they just stopped texting me one day, and, I was kind of getting sick of the job anyways, but wow, my neck and my back were hurting, and I mean, I'm glad that, like, I know for myself that I can do that kind of work, but, like, my knee started popping, like, and it really hurt, and it kind of freaked me out, because, like, I've never felt that before, and, I definitely think parkour free running contributed to, I mean, I have a couple other friends that are about, their early 20s, and they're, like, crippled, man, from pushing themselves doing parkour free running so hard. I mean, and they're way better than me. I'm glad. I'm actually glad I never went as hard as I'd wanted to. To some extent, I mean, push yourself, follow your dreams, do whatever, but one day I will, I just feel like, there's cycles, and this is just another one where I'll just pick myself back up and rise even faster and far greater, just once again. I have to look at the positive. I have to have a good attitude, because it's easy to just spiral down into negativity and self-pity and sorrow, and and I'm making a video right now because it's just been kind of eating at me. It's already been over a month, and I've been wanting to make some videos. I told myself, oh, I was going to do this, I'm going to be consistent, but, sometimes just things in life make it difficult, financial stability and just not having your own space. That was another big reason, too. I had a difficult time. I don't remember if I talked about that in any of my videos, recent ones, but I couldn't, make videos having to be really quiet at like 6 p.m., right when I get home from work, or it's just, gosh, it was just, I really despised that situation. But yeah, I mean, I just need to keep pushing forward. I'm keeping, if there is an audience, I don't know, I talked to freaking Crazy Cat, Madman's brother from G Cinema. That was funny, dude. Like, that's crazy how people remember you like that. That's just so weird. You bothered me for like months. It took all my Team Fortress 2 items, and I'm mad about it. No, I don't care. But I was when it happened. I was like, damn it, why did I do that? Hey, you know what? You were an entrepreneur. You sold yourself. You're persistent. You got, I don't even like Team Fortress 2 that much anymore. Freaking, and everybody, all my friends, they're playing freaking Underblind, Overwatch, where, like, it's like Team Fortress, pretty much, with MOBA characters. And it's just like, it's just not my style, man. I'd rather play Heroes and Nazis, Heroes and Generals, because, I don't know, I just like World War II stuff. I like World War II stuff, man. Even though that game is completely pay to win and freaking unrealistic in a lot of ways. I don't want to talk about video games. I mean, I think in the future, like, I definitely want my dreams to come to fruition. And I want to do, like, once I get my own place, I will get my own place. I'm so sick of this struggling bullshit. I want to do, like, long term, because it's all about habits and stuff, and I'm completely single. I don't give a shit about relationships. I mean, it's just a bunch of drama, and most people in my small town, it's just Tinder flings, hook up and fuck, and just like Probably should, I don't know, it's not like I'm monetizing these videos anyways. But it's true, you know, like, most people they're just animalistically, through their impulses and instant gratification of just to feel good now, and it's just disgusting. Like, I just don't, it's not worth my time. I want to be successful. Even if I'm as low as sleeping in my car, you know, but it's whatever. Like, wow, 15 minutes already? So yeah, I had to get out of my roommate's situation, and I'm sleeping on floors, and my mom's super negative, and I can't even talk to her, and, you know, it's interesting. I have a lot of stuff to talk about. You know, when you feel like shit in life, and you're, like, my mom, like, she just makes me feel more like shit, and at least my dad, you know, that really means a lot to me. That means a lot when I feel like just on my lowest of lows, you know, and just going nowhere, and my dad at least makes me still feel like I'm somebody, you know, and that's important. Whew, I'm getting emotional. But it's true, you know, like, I couldn't imagine where I'd be without, you know, my parents. I mean, my mom's done a lot of good for me too, but she's just slowly turned into a really bitter, mean woman, and I just can't be around that energy either. You know, it's just as bad as living with my roommate. But gotta breathe. Gotta breathe for a second. I just, my ultimate dreams and stuff, I want to, like, make, like, I noticed when I, you know, I'm not on my computer. Okay, that's what I want to talk about. I got addicted. All right, more than cannabis or alcohol or anything else, that shit's nothing to me. Whatever, you know. Video games, I'm I'm really addicted especially when I'm depressed. You know, that easy way to achieve an instant gratification of a false sense of winning, and that, you know, every time you do something in a video game, you know, it just gives you that chemical high, like, wow, I'm achieving something, you know, and that's extremely highly addictive for someone like me. You know, I'm not saying that is for everybody else. You know, to each their own. Everyone's got their own infinitely unique stories going on in their own paths in life, but I really love video games, and I'd love to make gaming videos. You know, that's a whole industry, you know. I definitely want to make comedy videos. I want to be a YouTuber. I want to really get into all that, even though it's, a lot of people are pessimistic and negative and like, oh, it's not really possible now, blah, blah. It's like, I mean, you know, YouTube's cracked down on a lot of stuff and destroying their platform, and it's whatever, man. I mean, anything's possible. Even just if I built an audience, you know, there's people who make livings off just merchandise. I already have entire dreams and ideas of making clothing line, like what I'd want to do. Oh, I have some ideas. I have some brilliant ideas. And gosh, I just, you know, I realized I'm a lot more extroverted. I really do have the personality. I watched this podcast from one of my favorite YouTubers. Like, I grew up watching Freddie Wong and Brandon when he used to be with them, and Corridor Digital. Love Corridor Digital. Sam and Nico, dude, those guys. If I could work with them, I would be happy. I think that would be like, I would love that, you know, or working with like iDubbbz or something, and, you know, there's a time I was really kind of lonely and sad there for a long time, like 4 or 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and the only channel I watched I related to was Filthy Frank, obviously. So I love that just really crazy, like, Japanese extreme out there kind of sense of humor, and it's just like, it's just out there, you know. I mean, you can kind of see that with the Jimmy videos if you've looked at my channel. But I'd love to like make like a drawing video and just make like workout videos and like kind of just be the jack of all trades that I am, you know. I feel like that is my strength. You know, you really want to triple down on your strengths. But for now, I'm just kind of making it by, and you know, I don't even care what the content is. This is content. The content is, you know, at the end of the day, you know, you look at a TV, like how TVs are in the center of our living room, right? And it's almost as if we, as human beings or people, we like worship these TVs and computers and cell phones, and we're constantly like glued, like the moth. I love the moth memes, you know, like even though those are old now, but it's just a brilliant concept because it's true. We're really people. We're constantly swallowing this information, and we're really just seeking for connection. You know, everybody wants to be seen, everybody wants to be heard, everybody wants to be loved and to be known and to be felt. And we connect, and I think even just me talking on my phone and being in this place where I'm at, I think that shouldn't stop me from posting content, because I think ultimately it's the person that people connect to, and I hope, you know, there's people out there that relate with me and you know, would love to see me succeed just as much as I'd want to succeed. And I really want to teach motivation. I want to make some motivational videos. I have like a lot of things I want to do and give back to people and to the world, and just, it will come. It will happen. I will make it happen. It's just going to take, it's going to take a lot of patience and a good attitude. So yeah, this is where I'm at right now, guys and gals and fam beanies, and I just, you know, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful life, a wonderful time, a wonderful everything, you know. You know, no matter where you are, you can make the most of it. Everything's about perspective. You know, like that's what I want to talk about too, really quick, to end it here maybe, is I got addicted to video games, and so my sleep schedule's pretty screwed up ever since that, you know, just like little under 2 weeks, just about 2 weeks, you know, not working, and then I just play video games till all night, and I need better self-discipline, but it's a work in progress, just like everything else is. Obviously now I can't play video games. I'm not living anywhere. I'll get it. You know, some sort of food industry, food service job, or a sales job or something. All right, well, I guess that's it. Yeah. I mean, just keeping you guys kind of updated on what's going on in the Caleb show and the life of Caleb, and where I'm at. So I can't make any more excuses, you know? No excuses, no matter where I'm at. Even if it's a crappy phone video, crappy lighting, and who cares, right? It's like, again, it's the same concept of why Microsoft bought Minecraft for $2.5 billion. The graphics, you know, think about social media. Social media is entirely about the visual and the auditorial, what you see and what you hear. You can't taste, touch, or smell, which I think are vital ingredients in in-person communication, but that's for conversations and talks later. Because we can consciously smell and even taste each other. Just like how there's microwaves and there's things we can't see, you know, everything goes in like ocean waves and fractal geometry. But okay, I don't want to go off topic. All right. I love physics and quantum theory and all sorts of stuff, but what was I saying? ADHD demons took me out. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what I was saying. My mind just goes everywhere. I was talking about it's good to truly try to fight to remember what you were saying or thinking too. I think it strengthens your memory further. I don't know. If I don't remember, it's obviously not important, right? I don't know. I don't know if that's true either, but I've heard that before. Oh, visual and auditorial. And social media stuff. Okay, Minecraft bought for $2.5 billion. Microsoft bought Minecraft for $2.5 billion because it's not about the visual, the auditorial, but it is about the idea is the most powerful thing, right? The concept of an infinite amount of probabilities of raw creation in a sandbox game mode world, just like Gary's mod was a phenomenal game mode that just took, you know, an already pre-existing game engine, you know, through Half-Life and stuff, and turned it, and, you know, in Counter-Strike, and meshed them all together, and people created their own game modes out of that, and I think that's brilliant. I can't wait till one day if Half-Life 3 ever comes out and there's an even better Gary's mod, that would be the dream, man. I would want to run a Gary's mod server. I miss those days. But you know, these videos, you know, they're crappy. You can do whatever you want. You should try to do whatever you want to do. You follow your dreams regardless, because that's the message I'm trying to make and wrap up here is no matter what, it's even if the video and the audio isn't that great, the idea is the most powerful thing. If you have a message to send and you are passionate and people still want to connect to what it is you have to offer, I think that's still worth gold. All right, guys, take it easy, and you'll still be hearing from me. So I'm not disappearing. I'm not going anywhere. Hopefully, I'm going to rise to the top. Maybe I'd move to LA and be a starving artist there. I don't know. I'll probably just stay in Reading. Who knows? We'll see. And by that, adios, Madeos. And you guys have a good night.